trabajo del alma para sanar el corazón de la humanidad, para alinear el camino del trabajo del alma, para sanar el corazón de la humanidad. Amén Dios, Señora Diosa, Gran Espíritu, Madre Tierra. Amén Dios, Señora Diosa, sagrada es la luz, sagrada es la luz.
Didn't have to guess. The state said no, but our heart said yes. So with family and friends, we shared vows and a kiss. While our children asked what could be wrong with this. Love is love is love. Love is love. Love is love is love. Love is love. Love is God. And God is love. Love is love is love. The nurse told me sorry, but you can't go in. It's family only, and you're not kin. I said we share our lives, our kids and our home. I need her to know that she isn't alone, because love is love is love. Love is love. Love is love is love. Love is love. Love is God, and God is love. Love is love is love. It should be easy, but we find it hard to look at each other and see the face of God. The man waved a sign that screamed, God hates gays. I almost walked by, then I turned around to say, I'm sorry your fear has hurt you so. But hate is no part of the God I know. I know love is love is love. Love is love. Love is love is love. Love is love. Love is God, and God is love. Love is love is love. Love is love is love. Love is love. Love is love is love. Love is love. Love is God, and God is love. Love is God is love. Love is love is love. Love is love. Love is love is love. Love is love is love. Love is love. Love is love is love. Love is love is love. Love is love. Love is love is
Soft rain falls, teardrops of longing. How long will
Last night a mockingbird was calling, a song only sung by day, but the night was filled with that bird's offering anyway. Whenever it is, it's right on time, even though it might seem way too soon. Out of season without a rhyme, that's when love comes. A purple October morning, the south yields to the north. The fall can come without warning as time calls forth. And even when tears outrun the rain, so that they blur out the sun, just when the wind's spinning and weather vane, that's when love comes. Almost 7 years after the storms have moved on, it's a damn long time without laughter. But how's the second hand to know the time? Only your heart knows when it's done, yanking and pulling on this tug of war line. That's when love comes. That's when love comes. That's when love comes. That's when love comes.
Good morning, Columbine. So, in case you couldn't pick out the lyrics, the title of that song is "That's When Love Comes." beautiful way to start out because that's the reason we're all here, right? So let's all say our purpose statement together. Centered in God, we celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. And let's stand for our first joy song.
Sky, gray sky, sunshine or rain, bend, bow tie, it don't matter, it's all the same. Come on in, bring yourself, bring a friend, feeling up, feeling down in the air, on the ground, just come on in, 'cause everybody's welcome. Yeah, we're talking everybody. Come on in, 'cause everybody's welcome. Redbud, bluebird, everything's singing this song. Some say I heard, come on, let's sing along.
Here we go.
Come on in, bring yourself, bring a friend, feeling up, feeling down in the air, on the ground, just come on in, 'cause everybody's welcome, yeah it is. Come on in, 'cause everybody's welcome. Oh, can you do it? Come on in, bring yourself, bring a friend, feeling up, feeling down in the air, on the ground, just come on in, 'cause everybody's welcome, oh yeah. Come on in, 'cause everybody's welcome. Just sing it, come on in, 'cause everybody's welcome. Come on in, 'cause everybody's welcome. Yeah.
You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world.
Good morning, Columbine. Awesome. Thank you. We have some friends that have been here like years ago and they're coming back today. So thanks for coming up. Hi, Kylie. Kylie has a wiggly tooth today. It's really exciting. So anyways, well, we are all glad to be here. And today we're going to talk about creativity. Oh, hi, okay. So good to see you. And so we're going to go downstairs and do some creativity. Maybe you guys will see what we're going to do later on. And I think that's about it for today. So you can bless us out.
And you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so All right, everybody, we're going to claim a blessing. Are you ready to do that? All right, stand up. Let's claim it. Here we go. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim blessing. One more. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Do that. Claim a blessing.
And now we settle ourselves for prayer and meditation with music and then a prayer from Reverend Sue.
Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again. Return to the land of your soul. Return to what you are. Return to who you are. Return to where you are. Born and come home again. Return again. Return again. Return to the land of your soul. So I invite you into a time of prayer with me. Gently close your eyes if you feel comfortable and take a few deep breaths, allowing yourself to return to that part of yourself, that divine essence of who you are, of who we all are. When we align with that, we know, sweet spirit, that that is prayer. When we're consciously aligning our personality selves with our higher selves, we are in a state of prayer, a state of blessing, a state of returning to our souls. And so we thank you, Spirit, this morning for that awareness, a returning to who we are as spiritual beings. And as spiritual beings, we realize our interdependence. We realize our oneness. We know that generosity is a quality that we can cultivate to come into a more full awareness of our oneness. That we're all part of this same cycle of giving and receiving all the time. And so, Spirit, this morning we allow ourselves to be in this state of opening up, of returning to our souls, of returning to who we are as spiritual beings, allowing ourselves to be in the flow of life. And so we hold this space of flow for ourselves and for everyone on our prayer list and every prayer request in our prayer box, knowing that all is flow of life, all of it. I want to invite you into a time of stillness, a time of quiet and silence, where we do connect with that inner part of ourselves. At the end of our time in the silence, our beautiful music team will lead us out, but for now, let's rest together in the silence.
studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down, down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the law-bound crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Come on, brothers, let's go down, down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way.
Father. Oh, fathers, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, fathers, let's go down, down in the river to pray.
As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way.
Mother. Oh, mothers, let's go down,
Come on down, don't you wanna go down?
come on, mothers, let's go down, down in the river to pray.
Oh, mothers.
Oh, mothers, let's go down, come on down, don't you wanna go down? Come on, mothers, let's go down, down in the river to pray.
Down in the river to
to pray.
down.
Down in the river to pray. Down in the river to pray. Not on, and now I am. That was all on me, not our sound guy. So there was a guy that, after many years of struggling to play the accordion, decided he was going to give it up. So he decides he's going to park his car on a busy street in a big town and leave the doors unlocked. He decides to go shopping, and he's envisioning that somebody's going to open the door and take the accordion out. He gets back to his car, and he sees the window is smashed, and a second accordion is on the seat next to his. He doesn't quite have the law of giving and receiving down. Not exactly what he was expecting. When I said in our board meeting last month that I was going to talk about giving this week, about money, I didn't realize how much uncomfortableness would come out of me, how much fear would come about talking about this subject. And it's not so much about talking about money, but about, it's not so much my fear of lack as it is about talking about money with all of you. It's about how we all get triggered about money. But if we want to live out loud, which is our theme this year, if we want to live out loud, we have to look at those triggers. We have to be willing to look at them. We have to be willing to learn from them. We have to be willing to transform them and then release them. And money is a way that is something that we need to look at, and how we spend our money and how we give our money and how we share our money or not.
And that is truly a spiritual path. Doesn't feel like it sometimes when we talk about money, but I did some research. I love doing research. At the beginning of the 21st century, 2/3 of Americans were giving to nonprofits and charitable organizations. And though the dollars amount have grown since then in the last 23 years, today the number of givers has decreased to less than half. Americans in 2022 gave almost $500 billion, but that is down from the year before by 3.4%, or if you adjust it for inflation, it's 10.5% less. A time when many nonprofits are really hurting and need help, needing more resources. There's a lot of speculation on why this is occurring, why 20 million people aren't giving anymore at all, but no real answers. But I think it's really important to talk about giving and the impact it has on our lives. I went back to the Book of Joy. We did a talk series on it back in 2018, and the Book of Joy was the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu. And they talk about the 8 pillars of joy, 8 qualities that we can cultivate in ourselves to bring more joy. And the last one they talked about was generosity. That generosity, probably more than any of the other pillars, was what, if we cultivate a spirit of generosity, would bring us the most joy. It's probably the most important quality we can cultivate to bring us happiness. That being generous with our gifts, our financial resources, our time, our talent, our money is something that brings us joy, because as we practice generosity, we're also practicing all the other pillars of joy. We have a wider perspective, we have humility, we have a sense of humor. We don't take ourselves so seriously when we're giving. We have an acceptance of life, a forgiveness of others, a gratitude for all we've been given, and a sense of compassion. This is what generosity does for us. It's a wise selfish. That we realize that the more we give, the more we receive, the more joy we receive as a result of our giving. And as we give, it's really also good for our health and for our longevity and for our well-being. Generosity is one of the 4 fundamental brain circuits that map with our long-term well-being. It's associated with better health and life expectancy. People experience greater happiness when they're buying things for others than they do when they're buying things for themselves. You ever notice that? Is it true for you? Feel happier buying things for other people. It's something that we learn to do, learn to have a generous spirit by doing, proving that money does buy happiness when we're buying for other people. It's so important for our survival that the reward centers of our brain light up even more strongly than when we're buying things for ourselves. Dennis Merritt Jones is a Center for Spiritual Living minister, and he writes this in his book, The Art of Abundance. Learning how to fully be in the flow is a lifestyle that creates affluence in our lives. And it is a practice that begins by fully embracing the paradox found in the law of circulation. So the law of circulation is this: we have to give in order to receive, that we have to create, we have to be in this flow of giving and receiving and giving and receiving. And the more we give, the more of a vacuum we create so that more good can flow to us. It's really hard to wrap our arms around this if we're in a lack frame of mind. It's really hard to get that we have to give something in order to receive more. Desmond Tutu says in the Book of Joy, God is not very good at math. When you give, it seems like you're subtracting from yourself, but you actually get more. You actually receive more because you've created more space for your good to come. As we give, we receive more. It's an easy idea to grasp if we think about happiness or joy or love, and we realize that in order to feel loved, we have to give love. In order to feel happy, we make others happy. We want to be more joyful, we help others feel more joyful. And that makes a whole lot of sense to us until we say, and the same is true with money. And there's where all the problems start. We've been struggling with this for years as humans. This idea of creating a vacuum with our money. But you think about it, the universe needs us to demonstrate that we're capable of more. By giving, by releasing, knowing that something better is flowing to us. It takes faith, a lot of faith sometimes. It takes practice. It takes doing it. And if you have a fear of lack, it's not going to make any sense to you whatsoever. None. Because when we're afraid that we don't have enough, we cling and we hoard and we hold on. Look at our bedroom closets as an example. Well, this might come back in style. I might be able to fit into that if I lose a little weight or gain a little weight or whatever the case is. We hang on to things knowing that we no longer need those. The universe says if you hang on to stuff, if you hoard stuff, if you cling to stuff, you're going to get exactly that. No more. It says in the Gospel according to Mark, chapter 4, verse 24 and 25, the measure you give will be the measure you get, and still more will be given you. For to those who have, more will be given, and from those who have nothing, even what they have will be taken away. You think about that. As we give, we receive. It's all about the mindset. That the more we give, the more we will receive. And if we don't, for those who have nothing, who have a consciousness, a mindset of, I don't have anything, I don't have enough, even that will go away. Dennis Merritt explains it this way: your standard of measure is the depth of your consciousness. It is done unto you exactly according to your deepest belief. If you believe we live in an abundant world, you will experience abundance. If you believe we live in a world of there's not enough, guess what? The universe is going to prove you right. There's not enough. Do you want more smiles, more hugs, more compassion, more respect? Give it. Give it. And then you receive it. You receive more. And don't worry about who does it first. I get in that cycle when I'm running sometimes, like, well, nobody says hi to me first. It doesn't matter. It's not a chicken or the egg thing. If you're aware of it, if you're awake, if you want to have more hellos and highs and smiles, give it. Just give it. If you want to have more money, give it. It all works the same. But our relationship with money is probably the most triggering thing that we experience in our humanity. Nothing else has that much energy wrapped around it like money does. Money has no value in and of itself, whether it's paper or metal or digital, but it's the energy behind it. It's the symbol of the energy that's behind the money that needs to be utilized, use it wisely, and then set it free. Discern what your beliefs are about money, and then look at your life. Usually they're pretty closely aligned. But you can change your relationship to money. In 2005, I took my first prosperity class. It was called 4T. It was by Stretton Smith, and some of you probably have heard of it and done the class. It was an audio that you listened to, and that was my first experience with tithing. I remember being in the Catholic Church and they would talk about tithing and I would think, 10%? No way, 1%. That's all they're getting from me, 1%. And then I took this class and they talked about 10% of tithing. A tithe is 10%. And so I started tithing in 2005 with this class. It was at a Unity Center in Detroit. And I kept tithing after the class stopped, and I got a new job, and I saw some things in my life start to change. And then the money just wasn't flowing. And so I looked everywhere I could to find a Unity minister that would say, you don't have to, you can tithe 1% or 5%. I tried everything I could to look and try to find somebody that would say, nope, you don't have to do that. And there wasn't anyone. And so I took the 4T class again and started tithing 10% again and never stopped. I have never stopped tithing since then. My life has changed. It's been a constant flow. It doesn't mean that there aren't challenges. Certainly there are in our human experience always. But what tithing does, it's not a law. And please don't take it as I'm trying to guilt you into tithing. It's not the case at all. But it's a practice that helps you get in the flow of giving and receiving, getting into that flow. And it's a beautiful practice that can free you from, and 10% is just enough. No matter how much money you make, 10% is just enough to just, you feel do I really want it? And we're asked to give it joyfully. Joyfully. It didn't come joyfully to me in the beginning. I was a single mom. I had savings, but I was not making enough out of my income when I first started. I get it. It's a scary thing. It's a hard thing. But you can change your relationship with money by giving. It doesn't even seem possible, does it, if you're not in that practice already? In Fortune magazine, I found an article, just came out, that 45% of people don't donate because they said they haven't been asked. I'm asking. Unapologetically. People say they love our grounds here, they love our center, they love our building, they love our children's program, they love our fellowship, being able to connect, they love our coffee, I've heard, our concerts, our ongoing groups, our opportunities to connect with each other. It all costs money. It all costs money. And I'm telling you this not to guilt you. We have a $550,000 budget every year. We have 2 mortgages on the property that total just over $900,000. We have staff salaries to pay. We have utilities to pay. We have lots of building repairs. We have office supplies. We pay our musicians, our sound, our live stream. We have a lot of expenses. And this is just for your own knowledge, for your own awareness, because if you don't come to our annual meeting, you don't know this. You don't know these numbers. And we don't have some mothership beaming money down to us. Unity Worldwide Ministries is our association, is where our headquarters are, Unity World Headquarters and Unity Worldwide Ministries. We pay them. They don't pay us. Everything we do here is a result of the donations that we get. And we have some very generous donors, and we're so grateful. So grateful. And if this is your spiritual home and you consider this your community, and that's what we're building here, and you haven't been giving, no shame. But maybe you want to consider starting. Maybe you want to consider getting into that flow. If this is a community that I love, this is where my children come and feel loved and nurtured downstairs while we're up here. This is a place where I connect with other people and make friends. This is a place where I grow in my spiritual awareness. Can you help us by supporting us? We're down $24,000 in love offerings from last year, the end of June, with more people in the building. So that means we're getting less per person. So why give here at Columbine? Why give here? Why give here? If you've paid attention to our purpose statement that we read just before our announcements every Sunday, we want to positively impact the world. That's one of our purposes for being here. And how do we do that? Well, every donation that you bring in goes to helping our youth, into feeding the homeless with Feet Forward, into Colorado Feeding Kids, into Sister Carmen, into this year we joined the NAACP and are sponsoring them. Everything we do here is to try to expand and share with the greater community and making a positive difference in the world, making an impact. And growing our own selves, growing into spiritual awareness. Maybe some of you have asked, what does that mean? We commit to increasing our spiritual awareness. We cannot be more spiritual than we are. We are spiritual beings. But we grow into awareness of it. We grow that. That is what we're looking to increase, our awareness of it. Our ability to stay awake to it can make such a huge difference. And the more we do that, the more we raise the vibrational frequency and we change the planet. We change the race consciousness. And that's what giving can do for us. Giving here. And we're grateful, so grateful. Prosperity Plus is a program that we're offering that starts on Wednesday, and I'm not trying to plug the class, but it's changed my life completely when I took it for the first time in 2011. And it continues to change my life every time I facilitated here a number of years. And its premise is the flow of life, the law of circulation, of giving and receiving, of creating a vision for yourself of your life, of what you would love your life to look at, and giving of your time and talent and treasure in order to get yourself in that flow and to create a practice of it. We have a video of one of our voting members. You'll probably recognize her. She's also on our board of trustees. And this is what she says about Prosperity Plus.
Hey Columbine, it's Melanie Piazza. First of all, I'm so sorry I'm not there live as I had hoped to be, but I will tell you why at the end of this, because it is apropos to what I'm about to talk about. I wanted to share with you my experience with taking Prosperity Plus here at Columbine. I have taken it, I believe, 4 times. The first being in February of 2018, and it literally transformed my life in many ways, but I'll give you the biggest example, which some of you already know. In that time frame, February of 2018, I was in a really stuck place. I was still a new mother, didn't have a whole lot of community in this area yet. We had moved just a few years prior. And I was just in this place of feeling really alone as a parent And through the class, which you spend a good amount of time at the beginning visioning what you would love your life to look like. And I kept envisioning a place that I could be myself, that I could be surrounded with other parents who were in the throes of struggle, and specifically where I wouldn't need to be in charge of my children. And as time went on through the course, specifics started to come to mind. And one of the really valuable things about what you learn in Prosperity Plus is how to not just have a vision for what you want your life to look like in whatever aspects you're focusing on, but then how to take steps to get there. So it's not about just sitting and imagining a beautiful life and ending there. It's acting as if you are already on your way or already in the place of having that be what your life looks like. And so it's really much easier to find some minor steps, sometimes major steps, to bring that vision to fruition. So during the course of the class, this vision became much clearer. I knew that I wanted to build a business that would be really cooperatively run by parents like myself, and that would involve, again, some form of parent care, which could look like sitting in a corner and taking a nap, reading a book, working on a business, but also an aspect of childcare. And again, February 2018 is when the vision came. June of 2018, the vision was born and the space was open in Longmont, Colorado. So it's since been 5 years. It's been the most magical experience because this was a time where I really took a vision that came to me from, I believe, my own longings, but also from above. And it came to reality even without a lot of logical reasons why it should work. I didn't follow standard business protocol for starting a business. I had no experience. We didn't even build a business plan, but still the business came alive and it's gone through lots of ups and downs since then, but it is thriving. And the thing that stuck with me the most, aside from the creation of this business in the first place, is that from the practice of Prosperity Plus, where visioning the way you would love your life to look, it almost at first is it's almost like imagining something that isn't possible, but you do it anyways. You keep saying the words, I imagine my life to be this, or I am living this life, I am this person, I have these things, I'm having these experiences, and it doesn't feel real. And then suddenly there's a point where it feels so real that you don't have any choice but to keep imagining that. And that is what's happened with me in this business. I've always envisioned, once we were opened, that this would be something that would grow. It wouldn't be about one location. It would be about serving parents in all types of communities, because we're all very aware that there's a real challenge for parents these days, that we live in such an isolated way, which is not natural. It is not innate, the way that we are raising children in our little isolated pods of families. So that's always been the vision, is for this to grow. And it's not just remained a vision, it's remained a truth for me, that it's not just something that I hope will happen, but it will, because I can see it, I can picture it in my mind. And I've been behaving, therefore, as if it's happening. And today I'm not with you live because I am in Denver, presenting the opening of Family Village Denver at the Unity Spiritual Center of Denver. It is super exciting and shocking that we're at this point, but also it's been inevitable because it's been in my vision for 5 years now. And this is just the beginning. So this class brought me such a sense of knowing that the universe has my back, that anything that comes into my mind that is truthful and it's not full of ego, anything that I can envision is actually meant for me, that the universe has decided it for me. It's going to happen as long as I take the steps that are necessary to make it happen. It's inevitable. So it's truly changed my life, and I live with such ease because of it. Not that I don't have struggle, not that I don't have challenge, but I live with this sense of it's all here for me, and the vision that I have for the life that I want for myself and for my family, and then beyond that for the whole world, is not just possible, but it's happening, and it's beginning now. So I just encourage everybody to give this class a try. It is really inspiring in the lessons that are taught, but it's also a bonding experience for congregants to get to know each other better and learn what each other's visions are, and help when that beginning stage feels awkward and it feels like this vision isn't possible for me. It really helps to have a group of people around you reminding you that it is possible, and it is going to happen for you too. So again, I'm sorry that I can't be there, but I am wishing you all beautiful visions and a beautiful experience in Prosperity Plus coming up in just a week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
So that business that she talked about is Family Village, which started in Longmont, and then the pandemic, their facility got closed, and she opened it downstairs here in 2021, I think, 2021. So we are, if any of you are from Family Village or have attended Family Village or helped watch kids with Family Village, we are so grateful to have, when we're here during the week, to have children here in the building, to have parents, to have the building being used as it was intended to create community, and it's beautiful. And Melanie didn't say this in her video, but she told me that when she said this ease, it was about getting into the flow of life. That tithing at first felt restrictive, but now it feels lovely. And we can change that relationship with money that we have. We can change that. So look at your own life, and where are you? Where is your relationship with money? How does that look? Where are you with giving and receiving? Do you want something different? Are you in the flow or are you stuck? It's all up to you. We get to change it with our thoughts and with our actions and with our giving. Don't do the math, but the more you give, the more you receive. Namaste. Peace be with you.
So you know how we sing this song to the youth, that they are a shining light? Well, this is the adult version, because you are a shining light too. Roman candles that burn in the night, yeah, you are a shining light. You lit a torch in the empty night, yeah, you are a shining light. Yeah, you light up my life. You've always been there at my side, yet to me, you're a shining light. You arrive and the night is alive, yeah, you are a shining light. Yeah, you light up my life. We made our connection you are a constant source, yeah, you are a shining light. Incandescent in the darkest night, yeah, you are a shining light. Like a winged bird soaring in flight, yeah, you are a shining light. Sovereign bride of the infinite night, yeah, you are a shining light. Yeah, you light up my life. electric veil, shrouded in celestial light. We made our connection, a full chemical reaction, brought here by divine intervention. Yeah, you are a shining light, constellation once seen over Royal David City, and epiphany burns so pretty. Yeah, you are a shining light. Roman candles that burn in the night. Yeah, you light up my life. Namaste.
Thank you for lighting up our lives here. Kelly, Chris, John, Stephen, thanks so much. Let's start by saying our purpose statement together. We commit to increasing our spiritual awareness, diversifying our community, manifesting our highest potential, and positively impacting the world. And this is the time in our service where we offer you the opportunity to contribute your treasure. And as Reverend Sue has expressed so clearly, there are so many ways that everybody here shares their time, talent, and treasure. This particular time is the treasure portion. So feel free to support Columbine in the way that feels comfortable and right for you. And I do also want to point out to you that there's an auto-giving option. So all of this information is in the weekly update that you get. Look there for details or check with me later on. Let's start by saying our offering blessing. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely, I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. Hello to our online viewers. Let's give them a wave so they know we're thinking of them. Hello there. Glad you're with us today. Now, today, the Columbine 30th anniversary video, this is our last date to do filming for this. And if I'm not mistaken, I just saw Augustus in the lobby. We weren't sure if we'd gotten our dates confused, but yes, so from 11:15 to 12:15 today, Augustus will be videoing one last time to prepare for our 30th anniversary video, which will be unveiled in November at our actual celebration. But if you have not had a chance to let your voice be heard and your face be seen for this video, please take an opportunity today to do that. There are 4 questions that we've been answering over time. Answer any one of them that you want, and just let yourself be seen as part of this community. It will really enrich the video for everyone. So, Prosperity Plus 3, we've heard about. I think the only thing that I need to say is that in addition to what Melanie shared and what Reverend Sue shared, is that if you are interested in joining, you can either order digital materials or you can order hard copies through me. They just won't arrive before the course starts. We'll give you paper copies for the first week. So come and see me if you have any questions about that. And the link is online, is in your email update and in your digital bulletin. Becoming the Voice of God. Reverend Sue, in a few weeks, will host a women's retreat here. And we'll give you a little more detail. We have so much that we're packing in today. We're just going to give you the basics of this. It will be Friday evening, 6 to 8 p.m., and then Saturday during the day. And we will have some music and movement and lots of spiritual growth activities and fun, lots of fun. So please join us if you can. And then for Colorado Feeding Kids, I'd like to ask Earl Hauserman to come up. He's the brains behind the operation here. And he's going to tell us a little bit more about how Columbine is supporting Colorado Feeding Kids.
Thank you, Ann. This is the 5th year we will have been doing Colorado Feeding Kids. And give yourself a round there because this is really important. This is an activity where we get about 100 of you. Sometimes 120, sometimes 90, but about 100 of you. And we pack food. We're going to pack 20 to 25,000 meals in 2 hours. And that food will be distributed this year a little differently. We're going to be partnering up with a group out of Denver, whose name I just lost. Which don't worry about it. I do this occasionally now. And they do the last mile. They pack also in a plastic bag food that we would be providing them and other people will be providing them, and they will be distributing that to all the Title I schools in the Denver metropolitan area. They have, it like Colorado Feeding Kids is a total volunteer organization. And they have people that donate trucking time, and they actually go out on a Friday morning and truck this stuff to all the schools so that kids can take food home on the weekend. That's the idea behind it. Title I schools gives them breakfast and lunch. But in a lot of these families, the kids don't get anything else. The parents are absent or not all there. And so when it comes to a weekend, they don't eat what they don't steal or don't beg. And so this food brings them over that hump. How effective is it? There's been no real numbers projected on this one, but there has been some work with the city of Denver, and they've been tracking this, and they think it's highly effective. It's so effective, they're behind it 100%. So is Cherry Creek schools. Not all the schools in Cherry Creek are on the upper levels. They have Title I schools. So does Adams 12. They have Title I schools. These are the schools that really need the help. And that's what we do. How much we pack depends upon what sort of donation level we have. I know, after you heard from Sue, you know, somebody else wants my pockets. But we could use your help in 2 ways. Please donate so we can buy the materials, and then more importantly, come on the 12th of August. It's an easy shot. You know, be there between 9:30 and 10, and most of you have done this for a couple of years in a row, and so you know it's not difficult. It's 2 hours. And then after that, if you bring food, or if you don't, like me usually, you can just stay for lunch. And we can talk about how we did such a great job before packing all that food. But we appreciate you, we appreciate what you're doing, and we know you'll be there to support it. Thank you.
Thank you, Earl. And if anybody needs help signing up for this or anything else, just check with me. I can help you with that. And then Something Underground will be playing on July the 29th. So if you don't have your tickets, you can jump online and get your tickets for that. Invite some friends, make a fun evening of it. And we're holding the vision for an outdoor concert in mosquito-less weather. Wow. Okay, get real. But please plan for that. This is going to be a really, really fun concert. Our prayer chaplains for today, Tink and Gretchen. Thank you both. They'll be available for you if you have a prayer request or if you want to celebrate with someone. And they have so much experience and training in how to really receive the message that might be most helpful for you. So please take advantage of this. And we're very grateful for the service of all of our prayer chaplains. And also, I want to just say another thank you to our musicians for today. Full Moon Eye. Full Moon Eye and Stephen and John, it just enhances our experience here so much. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, here we go. You lit a torch in the empty night. Yeah, you are a shining light. Yeah, you light up my life. Always been there at my side, and to me, you're a shining light. You arrive when the night is alight. Yeah, you are a shining light. Yeah, you light up my life. We made our connection, a full of chemical reaction, brought here by divine intervention. Yeah, you are a shining light, a constellation once seen over Royal David City, an epiphany you burn so pretty. Yeah, you are a shining light. Our force, you are a constant source. Yet to me, you're a shining light, incandescent in the darkest night. Yeah, you are a shining light, like a winged bird soaring in flight. Yeah, you are a shining light, sovereign bride of the infinite night. Yeah, you are a shining light. Yeah, you light up my life. We made our connection, full of chemical reaction, brought here by divine intervention. Yeah, you are a shining light, a constellation once seen over Royal David City, an epiphany you burn so pretty. Yeah, you are a shining light. These are the days you often say, there's nothing that we cannot do. Beneath the canopy of stars, all is possible for you. North Star in the firmament, you shine the most bright. I've seen you dressed in an electric veil, shrouded in celestial light. We made our connection, full of chemical reaction, brought here by divine intervention. Yeah, you are a shining light, constellation once seen over Royal David City, an epiphany burns so pretty. Yeah, you are a shining light. Roman candles that burn in the night. Yeah, you light up my life. Oh, thank you.
Wimberley, Texas, where I used to hear the reading song so familiar. It's so great to hear that.